The Leo and Danny show. Iggy, you're sounding good, man. You sound much, much better than when I spoke to you last.
Good, I'm glad. I don't remember the last conversation, to be honest.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, we're going to fill the audience in on everything that happened. Obviously, it fucking sucks, dude. Head injuries are goddamn gnarly. And it sucks to see you hurt, man. But let's, just so the audience knows how this all went down. I wasn't there. I'm going to have you and Austin tell me what you remember. Do you remember anything from the actual fight, though, Iggy?
A little bit. So I remember like the moments leading up to it, but the actual fight, no, I kind of don't actually remember that at all.
So it was 4:30, 5 a.m., really, really late in the night.
Yeah, we were going out to go smoke. You,
Austin, the chick that Brooks is fucking. Who else was there, Austin? You got to help me out on this.
And Garrett.
And Low Rent Leo.
And Low Rent Leo, yeah.
And Low Rent Leo.
So you guys had a little pod, a little gang down there. You were smoking, and I understand some big fucking angry Middle Eastern guy comes barreling out of the casino.
Yeah, I would say he was mostly white, honestly. He looked like an MMA fighter, Bradley Martin looking dude.
To Austin's chagrin, he was mostly white. Austin would have loved to have blamed this on racial savagery. But he comes out, he's jacked. Is he built like a Bradley Martin type?
Yeah, not necessarily as, like, maybe his muscles aren't as large, but he's super huge.
Thick,
and
heavy.
Looks like an MMA fighter. Yeah, like, he's ripped.
He was definitely bigger than Leo. Like, he was pretty huge.
Just a giant fucking asshole?
Fuck, dude.
A fucking huge guy. And he was just standing outside, apparently waiting for his pussy to show up.
That's what he said, right?
Yeah. And,
is that what he said?
Yeah, like, whenever we first started talking to him, basically, Laurent was like, hey, I'm going to say what's up to this dude. And we're like, don't fucking talk to that guy.
So this guy comes out of the doors, announces to everybody that he's waiting for his pussy to arrive.
No. He's standing standing by himself, just minding his business. And then Laurent's like, I'm going to talk this guy up and see if he wants to like hang out with us. And yeah, we were like, I don't think that's a good idea. You shouldn't talk to that guy. This guy looks kind of freaky. And he's like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing? And the guy just immediately comes over, becomes aggressive. But like the first thing that came out of his mouth was like, yeah, I'm just waiting on some pussy that hasn't showed up yet. Laurent, I guess he's being like a little funny, but more or less he's like, you look like you get a lot of pussy, like complimenting the guy.
But with Low Rent Leo, I could absolutely see how this guy would think Low Rent Leo was trying to fuck with him. Because Low Rent Leo is already a bit of a social retard, and on as much Molly as I'm sure he snorted, and as much alcohol as he drank, I'm sure he couldn't regulate how he approached this guy and be friendly or cool. I'm sure he was coming off.
He completely disregarded the whole group's like pre-warnings to not talk to this guy.
Got you.
Yeah, and then when the guy became obviously aggressive, we were like, all right, just stop the conversation, Low Rent, back up. Like, let's just end it right here. Laurent's still trying to, like, make the peace. Oh, no, dude, like, it's cool. Like, we're just blah, 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 blah. And we're kind of doing the same thing. But then he's progressively getting more aggressive. And that's when Iggy steps in the middle to be kind of a mediator and kind of cool the situation down.
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So, Iggy, you were trying to break it up? Austin, that's what you saw?
Not necessarily break it up, because it hadn't gotten to a fight at that point. He was just trying to get in between the two of them to get...
And, like, tell the dude, like, look, my bad. This fool's fucked up. He's stupid. Don't listen to him. Like, we'll take him away. Like, whatever, you know? Just trying to get him away from the entire predicament.
But before this, he gets, like, really aggressive. This is before Iggy steps in. The guy goes, I will murder all of you. And that's when we're like, what the fuck is going on? Laurent, get back. And then that's when he's like, whoa, bro, we're cool. And then Iggy steps in the middle, tries to level the situation. The guy goes, I'm gonna smack you, and then smacks Iggy across the face, like knocking him back.
What did Iggy say when the guy said, I'm gonna smack you?
He was still doing the whoa, let's calm down, we're cool, just situation. And then he gets smacked the first time, goes back pretty far, stands up, and then the guy smacks him again really hard all the way back into a bench.
Open-handed smack?
The second one might have been a punch, but I mean, the guy's hands are like a rock. It would have knocked me unconscious if the guy slapped me in the face. And Iggy got knocked all the way to the floor, stood up, and then it just became like a straight up fight. Iggy, I think you even hit him, maybe, or at least like Iggy was doing pretty good given the fact that he was fucking tiny compared to this dude. And the guy had to hit Iggy in the head 3 times before he knocked down. So,
Oh my God. Dude.
So then Iggy got knocked down on the ground and the guy didn't stop.
he got knocked unconscious. The guy then kicked Iggy in the back and then stomped on his head.
Fuck.
Like fucking
God
terrifying.
damn.
And right when he did the stomp, that's when Iggy's girlfriend like grabbed the dude and he knocked her to the ground. And when he realized that he just like hit a chick to the ground, he looked around, saw like security was coming, and he fucking took off. And there were like 7, 8 of these yellow vest security dudes all grabbing on this dude, couldn't hold him back, and then
They got their hands on him.
Yeah, they got their hands on him. The guy just couldn't be stopped, and he took off.
Those fucking minimum
He's
wage
on-
pussies too.
He's probably on roids. He's on steroids. He's that's
Definitely.
roid rage. What you
Roid
saw.
rage and 5 a.m. cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's,
sure.
that's roid rage and cocaine is what you guys saw. Yeah, it sucks.
And the anticipation of 5 a.m. pussy. He was probably getting one of the girls from the strip club we went to. She was going to swing by after her
Yeah.
shift.
Ugly.
Fucking scumbag. I got the call. I got down there. Iggy had come to. He was just laying on the ground per the paramedics' order, who they'd all arrived. They must have arrived pretty quick, huh, Austin?
They arrived pretty quick. I mean, the security was like, we were in the very front of the hotel entrance right where you walk in. So there's already 3 or 4 security guards, maybe 100 feet away from us. So once, like, they were far enough away to where they didn't immediately get involved. But once Iggy got on the ground and the guy like realized what was going on, that's when the security was on him and he took off. So security was there pretty quick. The cop showed up within I don't know, 10 or so minutes. Iggy was unconscious for 3 minutes at least before he finally came to. And then Iggy, the first thing you said is that you were with me, your girlfriend, and we were at the mall. So he had at that point completely forgot what.
To be fair,
what it was.
I heard Iggy. I heard stories about Iggy earlier that night. Iggy, when you were at the peak of your fucked upness, and I heard that Iggy was super fucked up. So hopefully part of that was from him still being just out of it from drinking his ass off too. But I gotta say, would none of you other guys in any like location where you could hop in and intervene before this got real ugly? Like once he started slapping Iggy, why didn't you guys try to restrain him or do anything?
Well, I mean, to be honest, we were trying to get Iggy to not fight back, but Iggy's not that kind of person. Iggy's a fucking fighter, you know. So we probably should have hopped in at some point. But dude, I didn't know what to. Well, the guy said, "I'm going to murder you." So we thought this guy had a knife or a gun on him. How are you gonna murder fucking 5 people with your bare hands? Like we all just froze. As soon as he said, "I'm going to murder all of you,"
Yeah.
we were fucking terrified. It was very quickly. We were completely. I didn't even know what was going on. I was basically in shock.
And then, to be fair, Austin would probably be negative help in a fight, to be honest. I could see you closing your eyes and biting your lip and just throwing haymakers blindly and accidentally KOing Iggy for
We
the
need
guy.
to listen. It's okay to carry mace, especially for some guy like that.
Yeah.
I think it's.
I
think
was worried to
everybody
make
should
the
be-
situation worse. Like, I thought,
Yeah, I was hoping that after Iggy got knocked to the pavement that somebody would at least just grab the guy around the fucking waist from behind and just try to drag him to the ground or at least restrain him. If you get behind a guy and lock on his waist, you fucking got him there.
Iggy and him had ran maybe 20 feet away from where we were standing, like within like the very short period of the fight. And then as soon as Iggy's on the ground is basically when he stomps him. And right after the stomp is when the guy disappeared.
Yeah.
Like it all happened really fast. I mean, I feel bad for not really doing too much.
Can we ask
But,
Iggy how he's doing?
you know,
Let's talk to Iggy.
Iggy, I want to know what you remember from that night too. Yeah, we're going to get to how Iggy feels, but do you remember being in the hospital?
Oh.
I doubt he would have.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, the call got like super quiet and then just fucking dropped.
No problem, man. Iggy, we wanted to ask if you remember anything from the hospital or the ride home. Like, do you remember the rest of your night and morning?
I kind of recollect waking up in the hospital and then telling me like, "Hey, you're getting discharged in a little bit," and I was like, "Okay." So I didn't have my phone on me, but I remember like going through my smartwatch, like trying to get someone's number and like barely being coherent enough to dial the number, but not wanting to ask for help because I didn't want them to like keep me any longer.
Yeah.
But then I know Ian and then Donnie picked me up. I remember going back to the room for a little bit. I showered up, and then I didn't shower. Oh shit! I totally imagined that then. Fuck. And I remember we like drove home, but like that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Like I regularly remember the drive. I don't even remember like I said, I don't remember the phone call with you.
Ian deserves some credit here. Ian Tomset, our editor, he conducted himself like an angel. He stayed up all night in the hospital with Iggy and then drove Iggy's Camaro back to LA because Iggy, they said, shouldn't be driving a vehicle. It's a stick shift, and Ian was the only guy who knew how to drive stick. So Ian, I don't think slept at all and just drove Iggy home. So massive fucking props to him for that.
Wow, that's awesome. And Ian
seriously,
would
like
be
Ian's
the
a
jack
champ.
of all trades that can drive stick shift too. That's fine.
He's a wild card. Iggy, I spoke to Iggy briefly the morning after. I'm talking around noon. And yeah, you and I talked a little bit, Iggy, and I could sense you were still out of it. You're saying you don't remember that?
Yeah, I completely don't remember the conversation with you.
Fuck, man. And it seems like now you're basically recovered. Like you sound obviously much, much better than you did when we talked yesterday. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I had a headache pretty much all day yesterday and a little bit this morning. The headache went away, but like my neck and head are still a little bit sore from like the fight.
Yeah, man.
But like I have no black eyes, like nothing's wrong with me really. Like I have like a couple scrapes on like my leg and then my wrist, but like to be honest, like I've had my ass kicked way worse than this by like someone when I was like 14, so
Damn.
It's kind of funny considering how big he was. I thought he would have given it to me way worse.
Yeah, man. I'm glad you're staying positive about this shit, dude. It's always scary when somebody loses consciousness. Did the doctors give you any sort of advice or guidelines for how to treat this?
I mean, no, your normal concussion stuff. Like I didn't have any brain swelling. My pupils were at the moment they were kind of being a little weird, but it was so recent. So they're actually at the moment how they're reacting. You can like go home. They basically just suggested me not to sleep and to like if I do fall asleep, check on me every 45-ish minutes. And since I've actually been home, like once I was home, I've kind of been coherent. I slept a little bit in the car, and then after that, like I was a little bit more coherent. And I remember I remember everything since waking up and being at home. Like I remember my conversations with Ian.
Yeah.
Donnie got him a ride home from my older brother because he's an Uber, so she just like paid him personally, and he got him home, so he didn't have to drive or worry about anything like that. And then pretty much I checked my own pupils to make sure they were good. Like they've been good, and then didn't sleep all day yesterday. Went to bed last night and woke up. I'm pretty much fine now.
Yeah, man. I'm
so sore. And
I'm really holding out hope, Iggy, that a lot of the symptoms you experienced afterwards, the loss of memory in the car, your disorientation when you first woke up. I heard you said that Obama was in the office. You guys were at the mall, those sorts of things. I'm really hoping that was just because you were super fucked up and it was less about concussion symptoms. Because somebody told me upstairs that you were in that mode that I'll call Slab City 1 Inland Iggy mode, where you're the dark energy savage native. I heard you were like that. So,
oh damn.
Yeah, like last November Las Vegas party. So I'm hoping, dude, and this is a comfort to you, that I'm hoping that a lot of your silly answers to questions and a lot of your memory loss just came from how hard you were partying, and there's less brain damage than it seems. That's what I'm hoping for.
I'm really hoping it's just that, yeah, like you're saying, I kind of agree with you. Like, I hope it's just like a little, like I did recently, he did hit me a few times in the head, and then with the kick, that was a pretty hard kick. So, but this is nothing really than like before. Like I've been in wrestling, and like I said, I've been in a couple fights before, done some stupid shit in my day and have gotten like knocked myself out type of situation. Mm-hmm. So this is nothing really different than what I've experienced before. Mm-hmm. And like I said, I'm actually recovering from this one more quickly than some of my past like injury, like concussion. So I'm feeling like pretty good about it. Yeah.
And again, it's tough to know how much is a symptom of the concussion because the headache yesterday could have been a hangover. I mean, it probably was. Exactly. It probably was at least 50% a fucking hangover, man, because we were all hungover as shit. We were drinking all day, all night.
Yeah, no, I still have like a slight headache today, like I said, but it's like nowhere near what it was yesterday. Like yesterday, I wanted to fucking die. Like that shit was just pounding like my entire head.
Yeah, and a concern of Iggy's is that the ambulance pulled up. He was taken to the hospital, and those ambulances aren't free. And I guess, Iggy, you're between medical insurance coverage protection right now, so you aren't insured?
Yeah, it's kind of funny. It's specifically for the month of December. I wasn't going to have insurance because I dropped one plan last month and then started they won't let you start it the following month. It has to take like a certain amount of days to kick in. So it's not effective until January 1st. So like this whole month, just this 1 month, I don't have insurance.
And what do you think they're going to tag you with? Is it going to be the ambulance bill, and then is there going to be an additional bill for treatment at the hospital?
From my understanding, I got some IV bags. I don't even know if I got admitted to a room. If I got admitted to a room, it's going to be pretty steep. If I just got the ambulance ride and the IV and the EKG, it'll probably be around like $4,000.
Well, for that, we could take, I mean, I'm sure we could start a GoFund. No matter what it is, we'll start a GoFundMe for it. So.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think we can. Fuck, dude, $4,000 is steep as shit, dude. I was looking up ambulance rides, the average cost in California and Nevada. I was hoping it was going to be down closer to 800, but absolutely, Iggy, we're going to start some sort of GoFundMe here on the podcast. Hopefully this December. I'm going on vacation, but the podcast, we should be able to get something going. And hopefully we can chip away at that bill for you, buddy.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that, guys.
Yeah, man. This is a part, I guess, of being in the Danny Mullen Crew, is we get fucked up and we act like savages sometimes. And we got to look out for each other when one of us gets more fucked up and gets more savage than the rest. So, yeah, dude, I think the audience will be happy to contribute to the Save Inland Iggy's Brain Fund. I think we can make something happen.
I was going to ask, they do any CAT scans on your brain, anything like that? They take care of that?
No, but they did one on your sister, Leo, and she's got a craving for dick around the clock.
You son of a bitch.
They can tell that through a CAT scan. It's remarkable technology.
You
definitely
son of a bitch.
I think it was from a concussion she got from gymnastics when she was younger.
Oh, God.
Just made her crave the dick. I'm sorry. Continue, Iggy.
I got an EKG and what'd you say? And an IV bag. Did I go into a room? If I got into a room, then yeah, it's going to be like a room. Okay, so Donnie's saying that they tried to put me in a room, but I refused. So if they didn't put me in a room, it'll probably be around like $4,000 to $5,000. If they put me in a room, it's probably going to be like $10,000.
Well,
how can
the regime would take care of it either way there.
How I hope, Leo, 10K is fucking mind-bendingly expensive. I thought this was going to be down like $1,000 or $2,000.
We could do a live stream.
That's why even fucked up I was denying treatment, because I knew like, no, I can't do that.
We will raise the money, dude. I've seen it. The regime is strong. They will all come together. I'll start it. I'll put a nice chunk of change in there too. So we'll do it.
Yeah, man. Hope. I mean, at the very least, we're going to be able to help. At the very least, we're going to be able to fucking help. But yeah, that's fucking shitty to hear, man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to know that Leo's sister is always there for cheap comedy when the mood gets too dark.
Motherfucker. Yes, so.
It's Dave Attell said whenever he was bombing, he would just resort to midget jokes. He had an arsenal of midget jokes that would dig him out of every hole. I've got Leo's slutty sister jokes that'll dig me out of similar ones.
Jesus, dude.
They're just so easy to make.
And they're based in truth.
Iggy, you wrote me that night, dude. I wonder what it was. You wrote me, you said, hey, man, it's not the same without you, buddy. Miss you. I should check the time on my Instagram. It was probably pretty late in the night, man.
Probably, yeah. Well, definitely. It's definitely not the same getting fucked up without you and partying, especially like at a end of the year of celebration for the channel like that, you know?
Yeah, my man. I missed all you guys, but I'm so sad that this happened. I know that, it's a learning experience too. And I know that, hopefully we can all make sure that doesn't happen again.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I'm just happy at the end of the day, no one else got hurt. And it's just me. Like, I can get my ass kicked and handle it. Like, I'm just
You
happy,
didn't
like,
lose any teeth
Brooks'
either,
girlfriend
right?
or
Your
Donnie
teeth are
or-
all good.
Yeah, no, seriously, everything's all good. Like my face is just like the 4th of July video.
Yeah.
Didn't even break the Ray-Bans.
Yeah, I was going to say, he didn't even mess up the moneymaker, but in Iggy's case, the moneymaker's beneath his waistline.
Well, he didn't even go down there, so we're good.
Yeah,
He could have at
good,
least given
dude.
you a courtesy tug.
Yeah. Fucking giant.
Nah,
Fucking jerk off, huh?
I got Leo's sister for the courtesy tug.
Let's double it up. I
That
got
sh-
nothing.
That should be a test to see if you're suffering from concussion symptoms or not. If you can still make a Leo sister joke, you're not that concussed.
So
No, definitely. That's why I'm not too worried about
can
it.
you press charges or like? I mean, I'm sure there's cameras and shit that they could delve into if they needed to, right? I mean, if you wanted to, or how's that work?
Yeah, they showed Donnie the cameras because, like, I guess there was a weird blind spot where
Fuck.
pretty much the video they showed her, it pretty much just looks like I just started fighting this. Like, I just ran into this guy and tried to fight him, like, for no reason.
God damn
Like,
it.
it didn't even show him the first like 2 hits he gave me. It was weird.
Yeah, but we all did take witness statements, and I wrote, and everybody else wrote pretty detailed exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And the guy
Yeah, that's what
yelled,
the cops were saying.
"I will murder all of you," and then stomped on your head. So in my book, that's attempted murder.
Yeah, I wonder if any of those cameras are audio equipped and they could pick that up. That sounds like it'd be very helpful.
That's unfortunately not the case, but the cops said that my testimony is like good.
Iggy,
Yeah, especially that I had like 3 or 4 too.
Iggy, I heard somebody found his phone, which would make me think that they're
Yeah.
gonna find this guy. Is that true?
So they found the phone, and Donnie said that security tried to give it to Metro Police, but the police gave it back to them, kind of like as a ploy, I guess, to see if he comes to like come pick it up. And as soon as he picks it up, like they're just gonna call.
Okay. So it sounds then like they're gonna find this guy because even if he doesn't come pick it up, they're gonna have his contact information.
Yeah.
And then it seems like you'll be able to pursue him for damages over this. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. So that's great. So that could also chip away at a potentially massive medical bill.
Yeah. And there's tons of I don't even have to buy like a personal lawyer. There's tons of like lawyers that see cases like these, like the bigger ones that get the TV commercials, that even if I had the slimmest chance of losing, I don't have to pay them if we lose. I only have to pay them if we win.
Great, man. Well, this is awesome news.
Yeah.
In addition to that lawsuit, when we get back on here sometime in December, I might take next week off on the podcast. We'll have a GoFundMe set up. We'll do an Inland Iggy fundraiser. Maybe we'll have you in here in studio, Iggy, if you would like. We'll get this thing chipped away at,
do
man.
that.
Yeah. That'd be
Oh yeah,
great,
thanks
man.
guys, appreciate that.
No problem, man. And thanks to Brooks, who actually suggested this. It was a good idea that we do some sort of fundraising content.
Brooks is a good guy. I love Brooks.
Absolutely, man.
Brooks come to Vegas too, or was he there?
Dude, get
Yeah.
this, Leo. He showed up with a chick who was surprisingly fucking hot. And this girl, I guess, is a full-on fucking lesbian, but not full-on because she's such a big Danny Mullen fan. I'm sure she'll listen to this right here. She fucked Brooks just based on being a side character in the videos.
Mm-hmm.
He bangs her out and then passes out. I guess he wakes up a few hours later and she's on the other side of the bed just watching the Leo and Danny show.
No way.
This chick shows up in Vegas. Is fucking hot, dude. She's a lesbian and she's dressed sort of like a guy, but somehow she rocks it, dude. It fucking works. Wow. And
yeah, dude, the whole night we were hanging out, she was just like, seriously, like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm hanging out with you guys. I can't believe I'm smoking with you. Like,
wow.
She was just being a total fan. It was kind of funny.
And she, being a lesbian and a woman, I saw her make an immaculate police report. Really, really good handwriting. And I think that's going to have a positive effect on the jury. Yeah, the jury's like clean handwriting. It's probably a lot more credible than whatever I would come up with. Iggy, thanks for calling into the podcast, man. Really, really sorry about what fucking went down. It sucks, dude, but I guess it's part of being a man. Us men.
You know, it is what it is. And, like, look, that's part of the Danny Mullen Crew. That's how we fucking roll, baby.
Sometimes, dude. We are a gang of pirates, I guess. But
I think that Danny, getting, is there something to getting beat up as a man that makes you grow as a human being? Would you say?
I would say so if it's sober mutual combat at high noon, but just getting in a fucking brawl with a guy who outweighs you 3 times while you're hammered isn't really much of a learning experience.
Yeah, that's just assault.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I tried to fight the guy to begin with. I was trying to avoid all that, but you know, it is what it is.
I think he'll get charged with attempted murder, honestly.
I really hope something bad happens to this guy.
Even if they only had the cameras to base it off of, and it shows like I'm trying to attack him, once I fall to the floor and I'm like completely knocked out, and he goes for like the afters. Once I'm knocked out and on the floor, it's past self-defense at that point.
Yeah.
And a head stomp is a felony offense. Like you can't.
Yeah,
it's attempted
I'm
murder.
sure he has some kind of record already too. I guarantee you that.
Exactly.
Like, a guy like that doesn't just try to kill someone out of nowhere for absolutely nothing, except for I guess this low rent Leo fuck.
Yeah.
I instigated it.
Fucking low rent Leo. Goddamn, man. But this just shows you, man, violence is serious shit. I think we do, the Danny Mullen regime, we should all be carrying fucking mace, as bitchy as that sounds, just to diffuse any assholes like this who potentially approach us while we're filming or after we're filming. And be warned, kiddos. As funny as fight stories can sometimes be, and we reminisce on fight stories on this channel, there are consequences, man, and it can be really fucking dangerous if you're hammered. Even if you do know what you're doing and how to handle yourself, it can still be dangerous. So don't go out looking for fights. Don't try to start fights if a guy accidentally spills a drink on your shoe. Just be cool and be safe.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Iggy, thanks for calling in, man.
Last resort.
And again, really sorry to hear this. We're going to try to bring you some justice through a fundraiser, and hopefully this fucker who's still running loose is brought to justice too.
That's right.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, you guys. Appreciate that.
No problem, Migs. You have a good night, man. Rest up. You sound good, though, dude. I think you're going to be just fine, man. You sound so much better.
You sound good, but
yeah, a little sore, but I'm feeling pretty good in the head, so that's all that matters.
Hell yeah. Look at the soreness in your neck as like a neck workout.
Yeah, pretty much.
just you burned a couple calories and you strengthened some muscles over on the left side of your trachea. All right, man. Good stuff.
Well, actually, you know how my shoulder's always been fucked up? It feels a little bit better after that. It's weird.
So it was like free chiropractic work.
Pretty much.
That's good. Always seeing the glass is half full, Iggy. That's why I love you. All right, buddy.
Right.
Take care, man. We're going to be in touch soon, Iggy.
All right, definitely. Have a good night, guys.
Later on, man.
you too, bud.
All right, later.